Okay, so the current thing that is happening to the queer people in America right now makes me so fucking pissed. There is an ongoing movement from the current cabinet to erase all trace of trans, non-binary, queer, and intersex identities. Which, I'm going to tell you, it's not going to stop on just that. Their current president creates an executive order that erases any other gender that is not part of the gender binary and creates other executive orders to bar them from public activities or existing in the first place. All of this is justified by the excuse of protecting the woman and the children. Like, come on, fuck off. You definitely doesn't protect the woman and the children at all. Shut the fuck up. Like from the CDC, like the CDC itself has been mandated that all scientific manuscripts produced by its researcher that are under review at a journal that has mention of anything about trans people to be withdrawn. Scientific manuscripts. Like, what the fuck? Then the agency immediately just complies with that. Like, oh, okay, we are going to throw away all of our scientific, what do you call it? Scientific promise or something like that, you know? And like the representative just like, we will no longer process transgender identity data. The webpage since also have removed HIV statistics and health disparities data that mentions transgender people. Okay, so this is a clip I recorded to add more context. The CDC order was not only banning all mention of transgender people, but also words such as gender, transgender, pregnant person, pregnant people, LGBTQ, transsexual, non-binary, assigned male or female at birth, and biologically male or biologically female. All those words are banned. Like, fuck off. Seriously? And then official documents. The X-gender option has been eliminated from passports. And like the State Department has suspended transgender, intersex, and non-binary people from updating their gender marker. Hunter Schafer, a trans actress, sorry if I butcher the name, revealed that like her renewed passport that she just got has been issued with a male gender marker. Like, who does this benefit? Who does this benefit in the first place? Like doing this. You can now also get your visa denied and potentially banned from entering the United States for life if you change your gender marker legally for doing fraud. They're using like if I remember, it's Immigration and Nationality Act Section 212A6CI against trans applicant, as they are called, lying about their gender. Like, what? What the fuck do you mean? You can who bans people for life for their gender? The fuck? And then like it doesn't stop. It probably affects all sorts of official documents. For all I know, it currently affects the passport and visa. I'm pretty sure it will affect any sorts of other things. I've heard that someone actually get a problem with their bank because of their trans identity right now, because like their identity doesn't match the social security number, if I remember correctly. And then from the Stonewall websites, like the National Park Service website that talks about the history of Stonewall Riot that is filled with all sorts of queer people, has been stripped off of any mention of transgender people. Their page was also updated to remove like the T for trans and Q for queer from the previously used acronym LGBTQ+. Yay! Now it goes from LGBTQ+ to fucking LGB and LGBTQ only. Like, fucking Stonewall, that is regarded as a turning point in sparking the nationwide movement for equal treatments of the queer community in America. Like, what the fuck? And then sports. Like, trans women and girls are now banned from participating from women's sport on any level. From school to college to professional. Like, school! School! Fucking come on! Like, I mean, yes, also professional and also college level. Like, what the fuck? And the NCAA, the college sports main governing body, was just like, okay, we're going to do that. We ban trans women or girls to participate in women's sport. They just accept that. Like, fuck off. Okay, so I recorded this after just to add more stuff like this. The Department of Education pressuring the NCAA to remove all transgender people records and awards. Like, what the fuck? Seriously? And then prisons. In like one federal prison in Texas, a trans woman has already been called over to hand any of their female identifying clothing and other items like woman razors and like hair care for women because forbid that people don't have like because forbid people don't have blue pink clothes type of shit in prison. Like, oh no, you're a girl, you're wearing blue clothing. That's not appropriate. Oh no, you're a boy, you're wearing pink clothing. That's not appropriate. Fuck off. And then trans women who are also in prison are also going to be transferred to men's prison and being barred from hormone therapy. Thankfully enough for this one, it has been blocked temporarily by a US judge. However, I'm pretty sure it will not stop there. Like not just sports and prison. I'm pretty sure like trans people will be banned from like all respective spaces and just being ostracized to like live in little spaces by the fucking government. And then the gender affirming care, like federal funding or support for youth gender affirming care for those under 19 is banned. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so this one is a bit different. This is not an added context or added clarity. I just replace part of the videos that I recorded entirely. Because of the information that I see, it's not wrong, but it doesn't paint the whole fuck up situation that is going on right now. So the previous article that I read says that there's going to be a 90 days review of the current gender affirming care practice. It just says that there's going to be a review, and it doesn't sound malicious at all. And I can only it actually can sounds kind of malicious, and I can only assume that it's going to take a bad turn. However, I read more news, and turns out it is bad. It's not just a review; it's a revision. They're going to revise the whole gender affirming care that has been going right now to something much more better in their eyes, and call the current transgender science, all of it, as like junk science. Like, excuse me, like, fuck? What the fuck is wrong with? Holy shit! This is so much more worse than I thought with this. So they revoke all the funding for research for gender affirming care, and then they do this, and no one can rebuke or refute this shit because there's no counter research for it later on. That's fucking insane. And then, even worse, like in Texas, currently in Texas, there's a push for a bill called HB 3399. I'm not sure how to say it properly. And the bill has been amended recently, and it removes it. The bill was before it tries to remove gender affirming care for minors. They say it for young people, but now it has been amended to also remove gender affirming care for adults, and even criminalize it. Like, what the fuck? This includes HRT and like sex changing surgeries, but also sorts of procedure to like sterilize a person, like such as vasectomy. So this will not only affect trans people, but also cis people. Like, good luck getting sterilized in Texas if this bill passes. Like, holy hell! Like, for adults, are you fucking out of your mind? What? Even as an adult, we don't have free choices. Okay, so this is an edit recording from after. So I've already said that gender affirming care for people under 19 are being banned, and they are doing that by withholding all the federal fundings for the hospitals and stuff like that. However, in 4 states, a federal judge has issued a preliminary injunction to block those government withholding. That's at least nice good news to add. And there's of course more, but I won't be able to cover it here because there's so much things ongoing, and I need to gather all sorts of data for it. And I'm just gonna say I think I already said it before, right? No, haven't I? They will not stop at trans, non-binary, or intersex people. Like all people who fell inside the queer umbrella will be affected. Like there has been some recent push, not even recent. That I think back when they overturned Roe and Wade, I think one of the judges or some people have already talked about overturning Obergefell. Not Obergefell. Sorry, Obergefell. I think I butchered that. Which legalized gay marriage, and now they are pushing it again with a Michigan state representative going, "Hey, we should overturn Obergefell." Like, fuck off. And it's not only in the US. We don't stop only at the US, okay? In other part of the world, in Turkey, the civil code and penal code is targeted with amendments to add biological sex to the criminal code. So then, every single queer people in Turkey could get imprisoned for this. In Hungary, every trans people has been left without HRT, and Pride Month is fucking banned this year. Okay, so I decided to record the final part because I feel it's too long and kind of blurry. But it's basically this. To all the people who denies our existence, fuck off, shut up, we exist, we are here, and we are not going fucking anywhere. Suck my fucking dick. And I'm just gonna do a little call out for all the people who's been listening to this and ask that we start learning and raise solidarity and take actions against whatever the fuck is going on right now. That's all I can say. Sorry, I'm not really that charismatic or whatever. Thank you for taking your time in this.